Okay, I'm lost. Yeah, well, I had my hair done. I got to keep it up, but I just took it down because, well, anyway, I had it trimmed today. I don't want to screw it up completely. That's a whole other thing. It has nothing to do with the internet. It's called hair. See this? Hair. Hair is free and clear of the internet. I have no filters on. I have no makeup on. Nothing. Oh, well, I have clothes on. Come on. Now there's a new thing. Okay, so first there was email, and there was AIM. Remember that? Everybody had to have an AOL account. I had one in, I think it was 93, when they had less than 700,000 customers. And there was no Windows didn't exist yet, or it was not on my computer yet. Months later it was. That was Windows 3.0, the first one I used. Then there was 3.1, which was for networking. But I was using a computer where you had to use commands. You know, it was all like green screen or black screen, yellow text or white text or whatever the fuck. Then I did that. Yeah, I know I'm kind of tired, but this is no makeup. No skincare. Nothing. Okay. Then there was, oh my God, years. I mean, how many years went by? 10 years went by. And suddenly there was MySpace. MySpace was awesome. In between, I had a website that I could update, and there were news groups, and there were lists on it, or like groups on AOL. Things were kind of kosher, you know what I mean? Like, you could eat them. I mean, you could do them, and everything was fine. Sort of. Although, I have a very vivid memory. Okay, it's not very vivid, but I remember. Somewhere around like 2000, I was on like the Birds. No, Roger McGuinn. His folk den thing, which was very kind. The guy didn't have to do this, He didn't have to have a space and talk to regular folk who weren't his contemporaries, his people he didn't know, his fans, or maybe some of the people he knew. And somebody got on him for his religious beliefs, and was like, that was it. He just pulled the plug, and I can't blame the guy, Those are his beliefs. That's his prerogative, and that was the first. Remember Flame Wars? Flame Wars, they called them. It was that, and people got pissed, that he like left the chat space on AOL. This is like 2000, so we're talking 23 years ago. I do not blame him at all for leaving. It's like, that's his business and not yours. Couldn't believe it. And people, do you want him to answer your questions, or do you want to like put him down? I didn't like that, so I don't blame him at all. We missed him, but and it was only a couple of people, really. But I don't blame him at all. That's really annoying, and it's not cool. And he wasn't saying anything about his religious beliefs or his anything. He wasn't saying any of that on his in this chat area. It was a list. It was called a list. It wasn't instant like it is now. Nobody expected you to get back to them immediately like they do now. Now if you miss a half a second of something, God, people freak okay, they freak out. Then, well, let's see what else. So we boogied along, I kind of was, whatever. And then there was MySpace, which was like, okay, this is kind of cool, and you could design your own website inside of their space, which gave you a lot of options. It was very cool, very funny, very fun. I found relatives and friends I hadn't seen in years. And then suddenly around 2007, somebody said, "Ooh, you gotta get Facebook. You have to. Like, if you don't, like, you won't get any gigs. You won't be working anymore. Your musical life will be over." And I said, "Well, fuck. Okay." And I had signed up for it at some point, but I didn't understand it. I was like, "What is this? I don't get this." I thought it was a dating site, so I just didn't care and didn't do anything, didn't post anything, because no, I'm not a dater. Didn't really understand it. But then it became the place to be. You had to put your music there, you had to put your pictures and your bio and your whole fucking life story on there. And that's Facebook 2007. 2008, kind of got more active in 2008. Because I was working more with my band. When we had the band The Hotheads, and just in general, I was working more musically than I had been for a while. Publicly, that is. So, then what happened? Well, then Facebook just took over, and it's still the boss. Which is boring. It was okay, but remember they kept changing the way it looked, and you had to look around to, like, find things, and you had to deal with, like, how many friends you have, and there was that one guy, or maybe that was MySpace. Tom, was that MySpace? I don't remember. And then there was Twitter, which I joined Twitter a long time ago, but I wasn't really active on it till maybe 2017. And now I think Twitter is easier, and they will throw you off of there. They'll block you if you say some crappy stuff, pretty much. They pretty much will. So people have to be polite to some degree, and I don't even see the bad stuff, because you can filter it out. It's not interesting to me, so I don't see it. And then there was, Instagram. That was the next thing. Like a few years back, somebody said, no, you gotta have Instagram because you have to have it because you're a musician. You gotta have Instagram. Okay. But Instagram, I just post pictures of my cats, mostly. Yeah. And I have like 5,000 followers, and that's nice. I just don't know what to do. I mean, what should I put up there? Can you go live? I mean, these are things. I'm pretty damn techie. I mean, I've got some degrees in networking and stuff. But I just don't know. When it comes to personal stuff, it's like, well, what do you do? Do you go live? I mean, I play gigs live. Thunder, lightning, that's what's happening here. Do you go live? Do you do live things, or do you just, I don't know, I'm so exhausted. Now there's something else. Now there's like Thread, Thread. What's that? What's this? I do Wordle. Wordle's an addiction, It's an addiction, but I love it. Wordle at least makes you work. You got to do something. You got to have a brain. I'm not interested in pictures of huge. Oh, never mind. Big hair. That's all I have to offer you, or that's all I'm willing to offer you. The rest is, leave me alone. I'm a grandma, so that's that. Hear the thunder? That's what you'll get from me. But yeah, it's pretty strange out there. I mean, it's an internet. I do have friends on the internet. I have friends I've made because of the internet, I've known for years in person, because we live near each other. We go to the same concerts. We go to the same, we play the same venues. It's handy for that. But the rest of it is just like, fuck, what the fuck am I doing? What is this? Why am I wasting my fucking time? I mean, when I didn't have all this, man, I was busy, doing all the things that now I have to cram for the exam to do. That's wrong. In a lot of ways, it feels wrong. I pick up my guitar and I'm like, oh, fuck, I haven't played it in 2 weeks. That's not normal. Like, I need to go see a therapist. The internet was made for ADD people and mostly ADD. ADHD, I don't think really, but maybe. Anyway, if someone can tell me what thread is, I'd be thrilled. All right, I gotta go because I gotta get ready for a gig tomorrow, and I might want to know what songs I'm gonna play.